Tony Pulizzi talks about working with the great Dionne Warwick. He said she's a great person, but old school. And she comes, of course, upon that very honestly because she is old school. We hear the stories with Tony P coming up. Dionne Warwick, you did a Christmas album with her, and you said the Oak Ridge Boys were on there?
Yes, the Oak Ridge Boys. I didn't get to meet with them, but Dionne, that came through. I got a call from Donald Barrett, Lady Gaga's drummer, and they wanted to do a Christmas CD. So
had you done one before?
Oh yeah, on other people, I've done mine. I'm trying to think as far as someone that big. No, I have not. So I'm like, oh my God. So then we were in there and we cut the songs in 2 days, about 10 songs, the main tracks. I mean, she almost killed me when I wanted to do the guitar solo over again. I said, no, Mama, you can't let me do that. You got to let me do that again. She said, all right, do it. So we did that. And I'm happy the way it came out. We got Jason Sheff singing on it. We got Johnny Mathis singing on it. Holy crap, So, I've been very fortunate to work with her, and she was just a great person, but old school. And to me, I was happy I got a chance to do an album like that with her. I was kind of disappointed I didn't get to do a record with Natalie, but I got to do one with Dionne.
Well, what was the first big break? What was it when you got to LA? What was the first big break when you're going, oh, we're going to be okay here, or I'm going to be okay, this is going to be okay?
Because of my connections with the gospel scene and smooth jazz in Cleveland, it was very, very intertwined. I was able to work right away because my friends in Cleveland knew several of the R&B drummers or the organists out in LA. So I was referred very quickly, just getting jobs at, churches or, just some casuals but that was just a little part of the thing. For about 6 to 8 months, I went out almost every night. And I just had to establish a presence. And yes, it does take an investment. I needed to, invest into all of that. I was running around, spending cash, going into clubs, making people know that I do this. But you have to be aggressive with that too. And, just be a nice guy. Hey, I'm around, I'm doing this, I can do that. And, it eventually paid off for me. My wildest dreams, I never knew that I was going to be on like American Idol for a couple of years as the house guitarist. But that came through a referral from the East Coast that I was, and then we were looking for a guy on the West Coast. The leader, Ray Chu, that was doing the American Idol that year, he was in the East Coast doing Showtime at the Apollo. And then he got the gig on American Idol because the Ricky Minor, that he was doing the American Idol, and then they moved over to the Tonight Show band after the whole Conan Jay debacle. So they moved their band into Jay's. So there was a vacancy there, and then Ray came on in, and he was looking for a guitar player who could read, who could do different things. And I was just at the right place at the right time. And I was able to land that gig after a year and a half after I was out in LA. And that was one of the greatest experiences I had. I got to work with all the top producers. I got to work with these kids that were just starting their career. So it was kind of like you were like a coach of them as well. And that was great. That was a great experience for me. And it was a good stepping stone to see what's coming on too, because shows come and go, band leaders come and go. It just gave me a stepping stone to do so much in this town, to go on the road with Natalie, Benson, all that.
Let's talk about that one. You went big with Take Heed.
Take Heed. You just have to pay attention. The things that are happening And I mean, I'm living in a place where there's social problems, there's a lot of people, there's loneliness, there's temptations. You got to stay on the straight and narrow. Whatever that helps you. God is leading me towards this. And now, how hard it can be. There's always things that are going to make you, go asunder. But you have to stick with something if that's going to be it. I talk about my wife, and it's like, her actions top mine. I got to listen, or you can figure it when you think about that anything else. I don't know if I people can interpret things differently, what I'm saying, but keep on the straight and narrow. There's something there for you. Just, you'll get through it. That's what take eat is, just block all that other stuff out. You gotta take care of business.
You're on a mountaintop with that one. You're like, I feel it. Again, I like telling musicians this, and it comes up commonly because I'm glad it does, where I'm like typing and looking at your notes and finding out, your resume. Then I went, what the hell? When I was listening to Take Heed, wow, this is cool. Layers and with a message like that, it's so appropriate.
Yeah, man. I try to make it triumphant, to put the strings in there to make a great chorus. The other songs too. I'm from Cleveland. I'm a great Rush fan. I love these guys. Moment in Time, it's actually I wasn't going to say this, but I'm going to say this. It's actually a third song of a 3-song act that Moment in Time is, and I put it out because I finished it first, but Moment in Time is about leaving your past behind, severing those ties. You have to move on, how hard it can be, but it's only a moment. It takes that moment, but you are the one that you're holding yourself back. So you need to make that choice. You can stay in that situation if you want to, but it's going to be up to you if you want to move on. Steps forward, stairs ready to burn. So I'm walking up the stairs. I'm burning the stairs. The steps are forward. My life is in front of me. I can't keep living in the past. I get my life it was like 25 years ago. We can't be mulling over things that were happening in our past. So that's what that song is about.
Tony P, as he's known to a lot of his friends and fans, has a brand new EP out. He's released a whole bunch of songs, and we'll have links to it in the description of this page. He's such a nice guy, and he's worked with so many people. A lot of smooth jazzers, but George Benson, as mentioned, Natalie Cole, Dionne Warwick, been on a lot of big shows like American Idol. Get more information on him via the links in the description. I'm John Beaudin. This is Rock History Music. More from Tony P in a few days.